My name's Crystal, and today I'll be doing a dragon custom repaint. I am super pumped, super excited about this. This is a collaboration with Jackie O. Check out her channel and look at this amazing doll that she did. I love the dragon that she made. It is so beautiful. Link to her video is going to be in the description box below, and while you're there, don't forget to subscribe. She makes amazingly beautiful dolls. Alright, the inspiration for my doll comes from Chinese mythology. These dragons are a combination of other animals, and they are said to have the head of a camel, the ears of a bull, the eyes of a hare, and I've also seen that they have the eyes of demons, so I'm not quite sure which one it is. This demon bunny is giving me Monty Python Attack Rabbit vibes. It also has the scales of a carp, the antlers of a deer, the paws of a tiger, talons of an eagle, neck of a snake, and the belly of a clam. And what better base than Peri and Pearl? They have the serpentine body already, the scaling. The only thing is that they have two heads, and I feel really bad about separating them. Let's face it, that's the coolest part about this doll, and I even thought about keeping her two-headed, but ultimately that's not quite what I was going for, so sadly she is going to be separated, and I feel kind of guilty about that. I'm using a hairdryer to soften up the vinyl so that the heads can be removed. And let's talk about her face molding for a minute here. This doll has gorgeous face molding. I really appreciate the chin dimple. Thank you, Mattel, for representing those of us with chin dimples. These dolls also have scalings as part of their face molding and little lines across the nose and the most detailed, beautiful, very cool ears. And now the hack and slash begins. And now that the side fins are removed, I am just taking a diamond file and smoothing that out. I'm going to be extending her neck with wires, and I'm making sure to avoid the parts on the inside of the body where the arms can rotate and articulate. And I'm just using my very stylish gloves to use the two-part epoxy clay. And then I'm using a very thin layer of clay over where I sanded just so that I can get some detail and scaling back into that area. She's also getting a tail extension, so I'm twisting the wire and then I make a little heart shape for the fins, and then I ruin it and I smash it down, and that creates that fin shape. Once the clay becomes a little bit firm, you can add texture to it, so I textured the tail and I textured the scales as well. I used a scale sheet for this. I've seen bendable scale sheets around, and that would have been a lot easier to work with. The one that I have is just a stiff plastic that I got from, I think it was Hobby Lobby or Michael's. One of those places had that. Has anyone else who crafts traumatized the people that they live with into not throwing things away? One of those things right now is this food label, and I actually really like it because it's adhesive. So when I folded it over the wires, it just naturally stuck to itself, and then I just sealed off the edge with hot glue, and that makes the perfect base for me to glue on some wefts onto that. I painted in a line where the scales were going to go. That way I knew that I was keeping them where they should be, and I didn't have to do any guesswork while I was actually putting them on. I should have shaved down the thicker part and made the scales thinner in that area. They are still able to pass by one another, but as you can see, it is very close. I drill in 2 holes into the sides where the legs are going to go, and this looks absolutely ridiculous. So I'm using the lower part of the arm as the base of the leg that attaches to the body. And it looks really silly right now because they're not filled out yet. So I'm adding the lower parts to the arms and the legs by hot gluing in some wire, and yes, this is just so much yes. I love it. I wish I could leave it like this. This is just the greatest. And now we've got some T-Rex hook arms. So I'm just adding some more epoxy sculpt to the hook arms, and then I smooth it out with a wet brush. So obviously she's going to need some epically long nails for her talon. I'm making the talons using a marble and hot glue. Once the hot glue is dry, you can just peel it right off of the marble and it will retain that curved shape. It's also very satisfying to peel them off. I attach them with permanent glue, and that's a very simple and easy way of making very long nails. This doll is inspired by the Tianlong in particular, which is the heavenly dragon. It's depicted as gold. However, I'm going to be adding some red just for a complementary color, and I was going to add a couple of other accent colors, but then I decided just the red and gold worked the best in my opinion. These types of dragons fly, even though they don't have any wings, which I think is pretty cool. They're like sky serpents. It's awesome. And I had to remove her very cool ears because she's going to get different kinds of ears, and they are going into the suitcase of horrors. I'm spray painting her body entirely in gold, and then her accents like the hair, tail, etc. will be in red. Then I take this appropriately named dragon bronze color and I mix it with a little bit of brown, and I did a wash over the belly scales. And then I'm going in with a lighter color to add highlights right down the center line. And then I painted the details on the arms and the legs, as well as the pearls, red. And now she's getting yarn wefts all the way down the entire back of the body. Once that's all dry, I am adding the final touches by glossing over the pearls and the claws as well, along with the lips and the eyes. Also made her a flaming pearl accessory that she can actually hold in one hand pretty well, and in the other hand not so much. And here's her finished look. Don't forget to watch Jackie O's video right after this one is done. And also don't forget to subscribe to this channel. I love seeing your comments and interacting with you guys, hearing your feedback, hearing your opinions. I would love to hear if you guys have any suggestions on what you would like to see next. Thank you to you guys for your comments, likes, shares, interacting on my community section. That just means so much to me. It really does mean the world to me, and I'm so proud of how this channel is doing, and I'm just so proud of how sweet and lovely everybody is in the comment section and how supportive and how helpful everyone is. I feel really lucky and really blessed to have you guys tuning in and watching my videos. It really means so much, and I can't wait to hang out with you guys again next time. Bye!